Boom. You know it. Welcome to Mate Talk. 4 hours. Buckle up. Here we go. No, you've already seen the time code. I'm aiming for a 25-minute Mate Talk. Let's see if I can pull that off. Firstly, this is my new mate gourd, my mate holder, a gift from Mr. George Zaharoff. If you missed that Mate Talk in which I shared a bit more about that, this is the one. George was recently in Buenos Aires in Argentina, and he was walking around La Boca, which is a beautiful area. Actually, that is where tango was born. So if you ever get the chance to go to Buenos Aires, you got to go to that area. And he saw this really just, I mean, it is bougie. You see that? It's a cool looking mate gourd. I had to cure it because this is an actual fruit. That's the name. I always forget the name. Cabana. Anyway, it's that name. And anyway, so it's a matching, it's got a horse, even though I'm not a horse rider, and it's got a horse here. But the bottom line is, it's a very gracious gift. Thank you, George. You were very kind, and I am enjoying, and I thought it would be, you know, let's commemorate with this beautiful gift on Mate Talk. Let me begin. Now, normally I put the announcements at the end. I'm going to do it at the start because it's a 25-minute Mate Talk. This coming Sunday is the BOIS 1920 Discovery Series. If you'd like to join me, all you got to do is, if you buy this Discovery Series, then you can follow me as I go through. There will be 2 episodes, the first 5 which will go across the wheel, and then the second 5 which will just focus on woods fragrances from this collection. Wait till you see it. It'll blow your brain how incredible these fragrances are. Now you can use the code NFC to get a 10% discount off this. If you already know that their BOIS are being very generous for the next 3 months, they're doing a promo in which they will give complimentary an 18 mil, which is normally worth about 85 euros, free of charge. So if you click on, but only if you click on that link, just to give you a heads up, because that link is preloaded with that free. And then all you have to do, actually, all the instructions will be in the comments because it's a 25-minute Mate Talk. But this Sunday, that's coming out. Love you to join me on that. That would be absolutely freaking awesome. I was going to say it, and then I thought, you know what, I'll say it. Also, what's coming up very soon is the announcement of the Italy luxury tour, the 9-day tour, which is happening in September next year. Maybe this man will be joining us on the tour, or we're doing something special. I don't want to reveal too much because that'll be in that. So what we're going to do is this, is if those who are interested in the tour, jump on our website, put your name on that hot list. You will be one of the first people to receive what the tour is going to be about, which brands so far are going to be joining us. The core pillars of the tour are in place. We'll be visiting Milan, Florence, and Rome, and we'll share more who are the brands in each of those cities that we'll be doing work with. There are more things happening. All right, so this is literally the tip of the iceberg to the rest of the things that we have planned. But if you want to know more about that email that'll go out to everybody on this date, you'll be able to be a part of that. So just jump on the website. You'll see that there's a register now. Put your name against that. You'll get an email, and you'll have an opportunity to be the first to know. There are limited seats, only 10. We're capping it at 10 because we want to keep it nice and manageable. The last few tours that we've done, we've had 7 people. It's been awesome. 3 more, and we're pretty confident that we can have a nice, you know, a nice opportunity to spend time together. Anyway, that's pretty exciting. Bada bing. The last announcement is, let me show you. These are the Spirit of Kings. So for those who know, Spirit of Kings have come out with in the last year with these collections, you know, the different colors. They're all different names. Like this one here is called Guardianship. And inside are 4 fragrances. So there are 4 collections with 4 unique fragrances with a very particular DNA that support one another. I'm going to give these babies away. These are worth quite a bit. And what I'm planning to do is that, this is a bit of in the spirit of Christmas and the spirit of gift and giving, somebody will have a chance, or 4 people will have a chance to win these. How do you do it is the question. Okay, so if you become a member of the channel, I love to spin the wheel. I'll spin the wheel on the week before the 22nd. 22nd will be the last video that we release on the channel. So whatever that week is for Mate Talk, that will be the wheel spin. If you are a member of the channel, you'll naturally go into that. How do you become a member? You jump on my website, on the YouTube channel, and you'll see that there's a join button. It's $4 for the month. You can turn it on and turn it off. By becoming a member, you also have the massive thank you that resonates throughout our office because you support the work that we're doing. And also you have a chance to join the Discord group that's currently very live and very active. The conversation that's in there is totally awesome. There's a beautiful community within that NFC Discord. So if you'd like to have a chance to win one of these, then make sure you remember, join between now and that Mate Talk. Bada bing, you'll be in. Boom. All right, announcements done. Let's keep moving. Have a look at this. So my beautiful daughter is the person in charge of the community behind all the social work that we're doing. She's doing an awesome job when it comes to Instagram. The latest thing, we're doing the fantasy fragrance again, and she does a lot of work also on the YouTube community. Now, one thing that she asked the question of, what do you want the conversation on coming into Christmas? And the vote was very strong. We want something, make some recommendations for Christmas time, or Christmas Day. So when you're visiting family or whatever it may be, what fragrance would I recommend to you guys? And I have 5 that I strongly believe are gorgeous. But first, I've been smelling this the whole time I've been talking to you guys. What is this? Maddie also asked the question on community. She says, does anybody know what this is? I had some it was interesting, some comments. I've never seen this before. Well, my friends, this is called a panettone. And you may think, that is a very big slice, Marcelo. Surely you're not going to eat that on your own. Surely I am. I've been in training all year to get to this, because panettone is a Christmas cake, only comes out around this time. And the truth is, even if it came out in March, I wouldn't buy it, because for me, it's a Christmas cake. So, sorry, I got distracted, I smelled it. Okay, so this is a French version of a panettone, and I'm okay with that. So I'm not a traditionalist. I'm not a purist. It doesn't have to be just this. You can't add something in there and give it a twist because it's wrong. Add the twist, baby. Make it interesting. So there's a local French baker, and he is awesome. Can I just say, this is the place. Melbourneites, if you're not aware of this place, you gotta go here. This is just incredible. Anyway, he makes a panettone only in Christmas time, but he gives it a French flair. What the French do really, really well when it comes to their croissants and all that stuff is add a lot of butter. And this is a very buttery panettone. So it has the classic, candied fruit texture and elements in there, but it is so rich, it's so buttery and so magical. It's like, forget about it. That thing is dangerous because I eat a whole one by myself. Sorry, my fingers are all oily. I'm wiping them on my socks. That's what you use socks for, by the way, so you can wipe your fingers, not on your clothes. So the first fragrance I would recommend to you, of course, is panettone. Now, unlike that panettone there, it's similar but not the same, because I was about to spray, but I've already sprayed it. This panettone is a classic, the scent profile is a classic Italian. So the classic Italian panettone is very dry. You can't cut yourself a very big piece because you just you don't have enough saliva in your mouth to actually, be able to eat it all. But the key scent profile to a panettone is that beautiful sweet vanilla, and I think they do put some kind of some brandy or something sort of liqueur-like, and then it's those beautiful candied fruits that are in there. And this fragrance is, boom, exactly that. It is, on opening, it's like you've opened a bag of a fresh panettone, and you're smelling that scent profile. This replicates it so beautifully. For those who love to eat panettone, for those who are familiar with panettone, then you're gonna feel like, and again, finish the sentence, you're gonna feel like that you're enjoying a beautiful panettone, that it's Christmas time. It's that festive sort of feeling to it. What I love about this too is that this is something that the moment I spray, it brings me into Christmas time. Believe it, just like a panettone, I would never eat it in February or in March, never. Late November to December is when I start hunting for panettone. And the same happens when it comes to putting on this fragrance. It's not something, even though I could wear it throughout the year, it almost feels wrong. It's like it feels out of place. It's like putting on a big woolly jacket in the middle of summer. It's like, oh, take this thing off. So the same with this fragrance. During this time, panettone is gorgeous. So I'm gonna say that this could work really well, whether it's Northern Hemisphere or Southern Hemisphere. I find that the different notes in there, whether it's the citrus, whether it's more the floral woodies that are down in the base. So for me, this is summer, or winter or summer fragrance. So I also find that the sillage projection, all those pieces, is actually fantastic. It has 10 plus hours, and also its sillage and projection is in the high to very confident moderate. Unisex, no problem at all. Sandra loves wearing this fragrance. I love wearing this fragrance. In smelling it from the bottle, you're getting a very cake-like quality to it. I've had deep in the dry down. And I'm still getting the pieces of that candied fruit. On the opening, you're getting this beautiful, almost cherry-like element to it, along with the citrus and the sugar and the sweetness. On the dry down, it does go to more, there's almost like a slight woody cereal touch to it, like not bread, because if I say bread, you're going to think bakery. It's still a perfume. So even though it has these gourmand qualities to it, it's still a perfume. It still wears beautifully like a perfume. Anyway, panettone. I mean, apart from the fact that the actual thing is divine and magical, the fragrance is pretty spectacular, and one that I would recommend for Christmas. So this is a Christmas day. If you're going to visit family, then I would recommend panettone. Would be perfect. Your nonna would love you, all right? So give you a heads up, or your abuelita, she's gonna say, you smell gorgeous, come here, let me give you a kiss. All right, let me just move on. The next one that I would, and I'm gonna actually, so the three that I'm gonna put forward to you have a cake-like gourmand quality to it. I think that Christmas is beautiful to, if you're able to, if it's not too, and if it's crazy hot, I'm gonna give you some other options. But I think like the festiveness of Christmas, the food and the family, so a beautiful gourmand is just gorgeous. It just feels right in that space. All right, so the next one that I would recommend to you is one by Pantheon, another Italian brand. And this one is Anniversario, a recent find for me, but I cannot get enough of this fragrance. This is an all year round. So unlike panettone, where it feels out of place if I spray it, any other time outside of the sort of Christmas time, Anniversario is gorgeous as an everyday fragrance. So it is a bit more of a special occasion style of fragrance. I was wearing it recently, was a special occasion, and it just smells beautiful. It smells elegant and refined. It is a bit sweet on the opening, so it has like a strawberry. The notes are strawberry, peach, coconut. I don't detect the peach or the coconut, but I do get a very subtle strawberry note. So it's not, I mean, sometimes strawberry can be really amplified and very, fruity and bubbly, like bubble gum or something like that. This is not it at all. It's actually quite subdued, and it's not confectionery in any way. It's actually very subtle. And it could be that the fact that the peach and the coconut are doing something there, although I don't detect those other notes other than that beautiful berry-like quality to it. I've been wearing it. It is gorgeous. All right, so where panettone is fun and festive and almost cheeky and playful, Anniversario is elegant and it's refined and there's a sophistication to it. It does have a small cake-like quality to it. So there is a gourmand vanilla sort of, and I don't know whether it's immortelle flour or, you know, these sort of things that create that caramel sort of taste in your mouth kind of feel to it, more than just vanilla. But it's super elegant. It's really, really, and again, another easy unisex fragrance. Sandra loves wearing this. Actually, before I started, she sprayed it earlier, this trail of that opening notes of the strawberry and this supple, as I mentioned, this beautiful fruity air that it has on the opening is just divine. The other thing too is the more you sweat, the more Anniversario keeps moving on you. Where Panettone has a very confident, what did I say? Yeah, 10+ hours, where it has a very confident, high, moderate projection. I find that Anniversario is a little bit less. I wrote here 6 hours. So I find that it does have like a 6-hour sort of longevity on it. I do find that the sillage and projection is in the moderate. However, when I start to sweat, it blossoms on my skin so beautifully. I was in the city, I was filming for a client. I had to, we were having a little bit of downtime. I had set up the camera and I had about half an hour. I'm giving you a full story just so you understand what's happened. I had a box that I had to deliver deeper in town, and I thought, I'm not gonna move the car. It was like a Seinfeld episode. I'm in a perfect parking spot. I'm not gonna move it. I'll just carry this box. Probably about 5 minutes into carrying this box, I was regretting this immensely, but I was now committed. I'm just gonna go. Anniversario was beginning to go, you know, I was heating up and sweating and all the rest of it, you know, because I had to get back in time, so I'm pacing down the city with this massive box. Anniversario is just blossoming all around me. I want to say that that's what gave me the oomph to get me to the location that I had to go. The scent profile of this fragrance is I was going to say it's alluring. It's very attractive. It draws you in. A really good fragrance. Again, now, so if you're going to be with family, your nonna's going to be there, or your abuelita, then Panettone, no worries at all. If you're now going to a more, you know, friend's house, you know, it's a bit more formal. Maybe you're meeting parents for the first time, then Anniversario would be the one. It has a subtlety to it. Those fruit notes do come down after the opening, but they are still present. And again, if you say something silly at the table, you know, in front of your future in-laws, then boom, this thing will begin to pop again because of that nervous sweat, and everyone will be like, oh, you're forgiven because you smell so good. So Anniversario, big recommendation. I would put it on your radar as a Christmas fragrance. The next one, and this is the last one in the more gourmand cake-like qualities to it, is a new one from SORA DORA. It's called Red. Now this is a store exclusive for Javoy. So this was done in collaboration with Francois Henin and the Javoy store. The Javoy boutique is all red, hence why this was called Red. You can buy this off the SORA DORA website, or if you're in Javoy, if you happen to be in Paris, then it's a lot more fun if you buy it there. Anyway, great fragrance. So this is now more Northern Hemisphere. I've been wearing it today. It's been a very hot, muggy day. It has worked, by the way. So even if it is a warm day, but this for me is not, I was wearing it in Paris. For me, this is more of a cooler weather, cooler evening, perhaps. I mean, maybe on a summery day where going out at night, this would be fantastic. What I love about this is an incredible roller coaster, olfactory, joyful ride. So where it starts to where it, you know, as it goes midway and then finally where it ends are all different places. The perfumer for this fragrance is a young lady by the name of Margot. She made also Gianni for SORA DORA. She's a new recruit for, not new recruit as in new to the game, but she's a new hire for the brand, for the perfume house called Flair. And Sophie and Amélie, for those who know, these two are incredible perfume. Actually, boom, when we were in Javoy, had a chance to meet these incredible perfumers and to actually rub shoulders with them. But Margot is an exceptionally talented young lady who has joined the Flair team. And just look out for her. So just like Julien Rasquinet years ago was like, who's this guy? He seems to be doing something. Margot, and even Anne-Sophie said that Margot is something to look out for. So anyway, she's created this, an incredible job. Just, you need to hunt this baby down. So red is a great fragrance. Christmas Day now. This is now, you're going to a Christmas function and you want to find someone special, and you want to let that someone special know that you're a special person and you know what you got it going on, basically. This fragrance here, when it opens, have a look at the notes. Okay, so have a look at the notes. It is an explosion of different things. And I don't know how all this comes together in such a harmonious way. But it does, when I look at the notes, it does make sense to see that there's such beautiful evolution throughout this fragrance. When it opens, it has this pastry-like, buttery noisette. So this hazelnut, even though the hazelnut's in the heart, it comes forward and it has this beautiful, just beautiful, alluring scent. I remember the moment I sprayed, I'm like, what witchcraft is this? What voodoo? This is like glorious. Then as it moves through, it has like a slight caramel, floral. I think there is immortelle flower in also the heart. So it has this floral touch to it, but these caramel pieces, but it's not caramel gourmand-like. It is, it's sweet, but with a floral tinge to it. It's quite wild, actually. It's pretty, that middle part is actually, because the hazelnut is just beginning to come off. It almost gets a little bit on the bitter side. And then this caramel floral is coming around the corner, so it's the evolution of it is changing. Finally, when it settles, it does go into more of a creamy, there are wood notes in there, but for me, creamy cardamom, sorry. Finish the scent. I'm in such a hurry. I'm looking at the clock. 22 minutes, 25, I wanted to finish this. It has this cardamom note that plays mainly through the heart onwards. On the opening, for me, the hazelnut's really dominating. So it's like Starlight. This is what I love about it. It's like Starlight from Xerjoff, but not with the lactonic, milky, ambery component. So it doesn't go with nice sort of warm ambery to it. It's like Gris Chanel, but not, it has, I find that Gris Chanel is very, very soft, which is fine, and creamy. This one here has more things happening. There's more of a dance here. There's more, it's a lot more joyful to wear. It does have like a caramel touch down in the base, and I think there is also vanilla, and there's these woody notes right now. And I don't know whether it's something. I'm getting a buttery, but it could be the fact that I was touching the panettone with the excessive amount of butter in it. As an alluring, as a sexy, as a captivating fragrance that is just beautiful. The scent profile on this is just gorgeous. Then this would be perfect if you're going to a special Christmas event and you want to find somebody special. I find that for me, the sillage on this is, and the projection is in the high to moderate confidence. So it does have a very good presence, and its longevity is fantastic, 12+ hours, stays on skin wonderfully. I would recommend you spray on the back of your neck, just a heads up. I would only do 4 sprays, 2 on my chest, 1 on my arm, 1 on the back of my neck, and that baby will take you till the next morning. So you'll get a beautiful scent cloud of red all around you. That's it. Let me just see if I've covered everything. Bing, bada, boom, boom, boom. All right, so, and I go back to my start. So, panettone, playful, fun, a little bit cheeky. Look at you, what are you doing? Anniversario, I said sophisticated, refined, very elegant, and finally red is warm seduction, I wrote here. And that's exactly it. So this is something that will definitely create allure and some attraction. I'm gonna stop because nearly done, but 24 minutes. I haven't done too bad, and I'm gonna give you 2 more, and then we are done. And back. Did I not make a promise? Short matte talk today. So I'm trying to sort of create balance in the universe. The first three, very gourmand, very cake-like. I know not everybody likes gourmand fragrances, so the next two are perfect for, I'm gonna do a Southern Hemisphere and a Northern Hemisphere. Australians, and this is for you, Luke. Luke, you've been writing comments of late. Thank you, my friend. Now, Luke mentioned that he is from Western Australia. I believe that he's in a very dry, arid place, and Christmas for him is a scorcher. You could cook an egg, I'm going to say, on the floor. So what I would recommend for a strong Aussie summer, something that is just like really, sometimes it's super hot. Our Christmases can be crazy, crazy hot. SCORZAFORZA. Such a cool name. And look at this bottle. It's such a cool bottle. This is BOIS 1920. It is part of so if you do the Discovery series, the sample of SCORZAFORZA is in there. This is, so for those who love citrus, and I'm gonna say if you don't love citrus, please convert over, because there's nothing more joyful, glorious than a beautiful citrus fragrance. The downside of citrus fragrances is that because the molecule is so small, it actually evaporates quickly. So if you're getting, I don't know, say 5 hours out of a citrus fragrance, you're doing really well. Let me introduce you to SCORZAFORZA. Now, the name alone tells you what we're talking about here. Scorza is skin, and in this case, it's the skin of the citrus, and forza is strength, baby. So this is beast mode citrus, essentially. Now, I wrote here, and I don't want to make up stuff, 8 hours. 8 hours, all right? So, and that is not an exaggeration. 8 hours on this baby here is without a problem where SCORZAFORZA will be. It is a citrus fragrance, but it's supported by this beautiful green, not mint. There is mint in it, but I don't get the mint as pronounced. It's this beautiful green, vibrant petitgrain that's part of the fragrance. On the opening, you are getting lemon, bergamot, but mainly it's the mandarin, and it's obviously the color here denotes that it's more of a tangerine mandarin style fragrance. I love that it balances between being a vibrant, juicy citrus, but also with the greenness that you get with a citrus fragrance too. So the leafy part is what I'm saying. Petitgrain has the beautiful complexity of being both having the green leaf, having the floral, but also having the citrus touch to it. And this is why I feel that SCORZAFORZA really pushes through. In the base, there are very big notes, but you never detect them. Patchouli, cedarwood, I think there's like a white amber or something like that, and there's musk, but it never goes to a musky place. It never goes to a highly woody sort of place. It always remains as a very vibrant, strong, confident citrus fragrance. Luke, in your summer, Christmas that you're about to have, this one here would be spectacular. The more you sweat, the more that it radiates, the more that it comes forward again. And just sunshine and a beautiful citrus seem to go hand, for me, they go hand in hand. They just make you happy. They just make you super, vibrant. As I was preparing, I walked away, I came back, and I saw that Cassandra was editing earlier, and I saw that she wrote here, Mama's favorite. She calls herself, in our family call her Mama. So this is Sandra's favorite. And I'll give you one more. If I've got it here in the office and I need to use it, she'll come in just to spray this. So she'll drive in or walk over just to spray SCORZAFORZA if it's a beautiful sunny day. So it gives you an idea of the attraction that it has. My son Nelson loves it. This is another one that he will also, if he comes over for a visit, before you know it, I'm smelling SCORZAFORZA everywhere. And again, its sillage and projection is in the very confident, moderate to high. So it's a fantastic fragrance, beautiful for our Aussie summer. The opposite now is for a beautiful northern winter. So it's cold. It is, super chilly. You got to go outside. Then you need ex-masculine. I know that this is more of a, so just SCORZAFORZA, masculine, feminine, no problem at all. Ex-masculine, Clive Christian, it does lean a bit more masculine. but let me give you a remedy. So let me just explain this first. As a winter fragrance, so if you're having a white Christmas, or it's a super cold, or you need to be indoors, fireplace, all that stuff, this is magical. I always say that if I had to go on a deserted island, I could only choose 5 fragrances, ex-masculine would be in that lineup. There is something, and this is a really hard fragrance for me to clearly go, it starts here, moves to there, and I'm getting this and I'm getting that. I know there are notes on the opening of pineapple and rhubarb and things like that. I don't get that, okay? I mean, what I mean by that, I don't go, oh yeah, there's the pineapple, or there's the, you know, whatever note. If anything, on opening, what I do get is it has a sharp, spicy opening. So already I'm getting, like, I'm detecting this, like, and I had a look at Fragrantic. It says pimiento, and I don't know whether Clive Christian actually allocate pimiento as one of their notes in it, but yeah, pimiento. So pimiento has this beautiful sharp spiciness, but it also has a slight sweetness to it also, too. It can also, if you smell pimiento up close, it can also have like a slight fruit-like quality to it. It's then supported with this beautiful woody, exotic cinnamon bark. It's just magic. The opening is super alluring. For me, this was, when I first sprayed it, it was love at first smell. I don't know whether it links into my childhood or back memories or something, but there is something. The moment I spray it, I'm instantly comforted. I'm instantly reassured. I'm instantly energized by the fragrance. There's something, honestly, it's voodoo. There's something in here that I don't quite understand, but I know that I love. I did this yesterday as I was preparing for today. I sprayed it on my arm, and I just I'm like, why do I not wear you every day? Because for starters, it's so hot that this does not work as well in a high heat. It's beautiful as a winter fragrance. It goes and goes. It has like an internal heater to it. It just stays radiant and warm. And I sprayed again today, and as I've been talking to you this whole time, I can smell ex-masculine, and it's making me super happy. It's one of those fragrances that just brings just comfort to my soul. The other elements to it is, as it dries down, I do believe it has like there is like a soapiness to it, or like a powdery, and I'm gonna attribute that to iris, but no greenness. So just as the soapy sort of powdery touch, but that's then blended or mixed together, or sort of comes together with the woody, spicy notes that are in the fragrance. I'm gonna say that there is those classic masculine notes like moss and vetiver and patchouli and things of this nature, cedarwood. It's just a really, as a Christmas fragrance, just absolutely divine. Big recommendation. When I went to Japan with my son, it was very cold. This was my Osaka fragrance. And the truth is, when I smell this, maybe this is also linked in, whenever I smell this, I'm always, I can picture the Airbnb that we were in, the Osaka, I mean, right next to us was a beautiful Buddhist temple that we would go to every morning. So this fragrance here is a gorgeous fragrance for cool weather, and it actually stays on skin forever. This is like 20 hours plus. Projection sillage, even with layers of clothing, is very strong. So it's in that high to moderate, place. So as a Christmas Day fragrance for cool weather, ex-masculine, amazing. But if you want to soften it up a little bit and now wear it during summertime, then I would put ex-feminine over the top of it. Have a look at this video. I did create a video talking about how the two of them work together. They were actually constructed. So Geza Schern, I believe, is the perfumer, boom. And he constructed them so that you can layer them together. So ex-feminine is a lot more, it has a beautiful peach note on the opening, does have jasmine in the heart. There are more florals happening. So the way that I like doing it, if it's like warm, I would put I do 3 of ex-masculine, and then I put 1 extra of feminine over my arm or over my clothing or something like that. And that peach, because it's so this is beautiful as a feminine fragrance, very peachy, very floral, I don't wear this independently. This is something that is more, I feel, more feminine, definitely more feminine in the leaning. Whereas if you put these two together, the masculine edge and the woodiness and the spiciness of the masculine with that slight touch of the feminine just creates, dare I say it, pure magic. Boom, bada bing, bida boom. And I've done pretty good. That's me, everybody. That was, did you feel like I was racing? A little bit, yeah, a little bit. And let me qualify, last week I did wake up at 1 a.m. So that little, news flash intro that I created. I did actually wake up at 1 a.m. and going that I cannot release this mate talk, an hour and 9 minutes or whatever it was. I'm like, that's insanity. Just, I felt like I was bludgeoning everybody with this long mate talk. Anyway, Sandra, my beautiful wife, she's like, just, what's the worst? People don't watch it, or they go, too long, I'm not interested. It's not like you have the ability to go, I'm done, you know what I mean? So she's like, just put it out there, don't worry about it. And that's also because we're super busy right now. Like, I have worked every weekend for the last 4 weekends. So I haven't had, I've worked nonstop. So she's like, you haven't got time. So she was also being very pragmatic. So I appreciate her pragmatism. In the end, I'm glad that I did it because yeah, it's a very long month to talk, but there's some good content. But today, it's the balance, Bada bing, thanks everyone. Look forward to your comments and we'll see you all on the next month to talk.